So here we go, everybody. I'm going to go through all the ingredients we need. There's dry ingredients and wet ingredients, and you keep the dry stuff together to start off with and then add the wet ingredients afterwards. So I've got my scale, I've got my bowl for the dry ingredients, which you're going to mix through together, and for my wet ingredients I'm going to pop in the jar. Bicarbonate of soda, so you need 60 grams.
All the ingredients are all natural ingredients, so they should be safe to use. If you get them from like a natural food store or something like that, it'll probably be even better.
Next ingredient, so this is the bicarbonate soda I use, but any bicarbonate soda will do. The next thing you need is your Epsom salts. I've got this one here. The reason I went for this one is because it was a really fine powder. But basically all you're really looking for with your Epsom salts is here, the magnesium sulfate. That's what you're looking for. That is the key ingredient in the Epsom salts. Evenly. It's okay, so there we go, that is that. So now we need some corn flour, and you need 30 grams of that. And now we need the citric acid. I've got this one here from Whole Foods Earth. I ordered it online, 30 grams.
Every single ingredient is mixed in.
Turned into a lovely fine powder. Yeah, which is exactly what you're looking for. And now we move on to the wet ingredients. So this is where you would add, if you're using like a natural wet food dye, you would add that into here. I'm using olive oil. You can use olive oil as a great, fantastic, natural ingredient. This is 100% all from olives, as you'd expect. You can also use coconut oil or almond oil. All of those oils are very nourishing, very moisturizing to the skin. Two, three. And this is where you put in your natural essence. This is your, basically your smells. So anything like this, I'm going to be using this calming. Now at this point, if you wanted to add some natural colour, if it was a liquid, you'd add it to the liquid. If it was like a soap powder, natural soap, then you'd, which is more of a drier ingredient, you'd add to the dry ingredients. Just whatever it is that you're going for. Okay, so here we are. We've got our dry ingredients in here. We've got our wet ingredients in here. They're all ready to go, and I've got my molds. So I've got 3 different sizes. So you've got little tiny ones here, which will make, you put together and will make a smallish one. I've got like a medium size and a large size here, which is quite big, but I like a good size. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to go for. I think I might try a little of each, if I'm honest. Yeah, so you don't actually have to put anything in the molds as of yet, but I'm going to add a little bit of dried lavender. So you only need to put it in one of the molds, and that will become, and then you'll turn it over and that will become the top, and then your mold will smell amazing. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. I'll move these out of the way for just now. And it should come together, oh, it's fizzing away already, and become like a sandy consistency. Now, this is what you want your mixture to look like, so that when you kind of pat it in together, it'll hold its shape. You really don't want a lot of it. It's like a sandy texture. You really don't want a lot of moisture in here. The more moisture it is, the more difficult it is to actually make the mold stay. I've made bath bombs before, and if you put too much moisture on, they kind of sink and lose their shape. So that's really not what you're wanting. And if it's too dry, then add a spray of water or 1 drop of water at a time. If it's too wet, then add in some more corn flour, and yeah, and it should stick together. See how that's just about holding its shape? That's what you want. And you just pop it in. It's just like wet sand, basically. You push it down. Yeah, I'm going to get the other side. And the tricky bit is putting both of the sides of the molds together. So you kind of almost overfill it. So this is what you do. You pop it together. You push it together and kind of twist. Hey, let's see if it comes out the other side. Beautiful. That was surprisingly easy. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'll leave that. I'll just put that aside and let that to kind of dry, and then I'll put some packaging in that in a minute. So here I am trying to make some more. So you just push it in together and twist and put it down. But this one didn't actually work. It was a little bit soft, and you'll see in a second. I put it down and it collapses, but the good thing about it is you can actually just put the mixture back in and make another one. So I decided to go with a smaller one because I think the problem was I was running out of mixture, and I decided to go for a couple of smaller ones just to use up the last of the mixture, and that worked. And there we go, one cute little bath bomb. So these are the bath bombs. This is how they look just now. I am not going to touch them for at least 2 hours to let them harden, because as you can see just here, if you touch them, they're soft and they can just collapse on themselves. And yes, they're looking great. I really like the way they look, and I'm just going to let them harden, and then you can kind of put them in whatever packaging you like to give them away or keep for yourself. So I just wanted to quickly show you what happens to a bath bomb if you add too much moisture. So this here is kind of what I would say is a pretty perfect bath bomb. It's really kept its shape. It's looking really nice. I've got the lavender on top, and as you can see, it's gone really hard, and it's pretty perfect, I would say. It's not far off for a homemade one. I would say it's pretty good. So this is when the mixture is absolutely spot on. Now, these two are what happens if there's too much moisture in your mixture. So you kind of want to make sure that you don't end up like this. So basically what's happened is there's too much moisture and it's sunk and it's lost its shape. it used to be the same as this, but it's actually lost its shape, and they will still work, they will still do the job, but this one kind of looks like a, you know, not sure what we're going for here, pancake cookie. But I mean, they'll still do the job, they'll still work, but obviously they don't look as nice as this one. So I just wanted to quickly show you that.